Hey everyone, how are we doing today? I was talking to my friend Paul the other day and he was telling me about all these veterans struggling to get the VA support they deserve. It breaks your heart, you know? These are the folks who put it all on the line for us, and the system is making it harder than it should be. And that's when Paul told me about this idea for today's video. What if I told you there are 9 proven strategies that could take your VA rating from 0 to 100%? Strategies that most veterans don't even know exist? Strategies that could make all the difference in the world? Well, get ready, because today we're diving deep into these game-changing approaches that could transform your VA claim in 2025. Welcome back to the Vet Mentor AI channel, where we turn VA confusion into clarity. I'm your host, and today we're diving into something that could literally change your life. 9 surprising pathways to reaching a 100% disability rating. So buckle up, grab a notepad, and get ready to take some notes, because we're about to unlock the secrets to getting the benefits you've earned. Alright, let's kick things off with a strategy we call the secondary connection chain. Now, most veterans, they file for primary conditions, the obvious stuff, right? And that makes sense. But here's the thing. Secondary conditions, those are the sneaky ones, the ones that stem from your primary condition. Those can seriously multiply your rating. Think of it like this. Let's say you have a service-connected knee injury. Pretty common, right? But now, because of that knee, you're developing back problems. You're walking differently, putting stress on your back. And because of the pain, you're having trouble sleeping, you're feeling down, maybe even anxious about the future. Suddenly you're dealing with depression and insomnia on top of everything else. That knee injury isn't just a knee injury anymore, it's impacting your whole life. And the VA recognizes that. Each of those secondary conditions, the back problems, the depression, the sleeplessness, they all qualify for their own separate rating. So talk to your doctors, get those diagnoses, and build that chain of evidence. Now, this next strategy is especially important for veterans dealing with the invisible wounds of war. We call it mental health pyramiding, and it's a game changer for anyone struggling with mental health conditions. Here's the deal. The VA usually tries to avoid what they call pyramiding. That just means you can't get multiple ratings for the same condition, even if it manifests in different ways. But here's the thing, mental health is different. The VA recognizes that mental health isn't one size fits all. Trauma can manifest in so many ways, and it can impact every aspect of your life. So even if your symptoms overlap, you can still receive separate ratings for different mental health conditions. Don't let the VA lump everything together under one umbrella diagnosis. Break it down, get specific, and fight for the full rating you deserve for each individual condition. Okay, this next strategy, the VA work-study path, this one's for all you go-getters out there. Now, you might be thinking, work-study, isn't that for college kids? And yeah, you can use it then too, which is awesome. But here's the thing, VA work-study can be a secret weapon in your disability claim, even if you're not in school. See, a lot of veterans, they want to work, they want to contribute, but their service-connected conditions make it tough to hold down a regular job. Sound familiar? Well, that's where VA work-study comes in. It gives you a chance to earn some income while getting valuable work experience, all in a supportive environment. So if you're struggling to work, don't just sit at home and get discouraged. Look into the VA work-study program. It could be the key to unlocking the benefits you deserve. Chapter 4. The Medical Documentation Matrix. Alright, let's talk about documentation. I know, paperwork isn't exactly the most exciting topic, but trust me on this one. When it comes to VA claims, documentation is everything. And that's where the Medical Documentation Matrix comes in. This strategy is all about painting a complete picture of how your service-connected conditions affect your life. We're not just talking about listing your symptoms, we're talking about connecting the dots, showing the VA how those symptoms impact every aspect of your day-to-day existence. Here's how it works. Create what I like to call a symptoms matrix. It's like a spreadsheet for your health. List out every single service-connected condition you have, and then, next to each condition, create columns for different areas of your life. Think daily activities, work performance, social relationships, and basic functions like sleep and eating. This comprehensive approach can be a real eye-opener for the VA, and it can make all the difference in getting the rating you deserve. Chapter 5. The Presumptive Condition Pipeline. Alright, this next strategy is all about staying ahead of the game. We call it the Presumptive Condition Pipeline, and it's especially important for veterans who were previously denied benefits or believe they might have conditions that are now considered presumptive. Now, the VA has this list of what they call presumptive conditions. These are conditions that are presumed to be caused by military service, even if you don't have a direct link. And here's the thing, the VA regularly updates this list. They're constantly doing more research, learning more about the long-term health effects of military service. So, even if you were previously denied VA benefits, even if you thought you didn't qualify, it's crucial to stay updated on these changes. Stay informed, stay proactive, and don't be afraid to advocate for yourself. Chapter 6. The Income Threshold Strategy. This next strategy, the Income Threshold Strategy, is all about understanding the connection between your VA rating and your ability to work. Now you might be thinking, Paul, I thought this was about getting to 100%, not about working. And you're right, it is. But here's the thing. Sometimes understanding how your VA rating affects your employment options can actually be the key to reaching that 100% rating. You see, the VA has this thing called TDIU, which stands for Total Disability Individual Unemployability. Basically, it means that even if your combined disability rating isn't 100%, you can still receive the same benefits as if it were if your service-connected conditions prevent you from maintaining what they call substantial gainful employment. If you can show the VA that your service-connected conditions are preventing you from earning above that threshold, even though you're trying to work, you might qualify for TDIU, and that means you'd start receiving the full 100% disability benefits, even though your combined rating is technically lower. Okay, this next strategy is all about timing, and it's called the treatment timing technique. Now, I know what you're thinking. Paul, you're telling me there's a right time and a wrong time to get treatment? Well, not exactly. You should always prioritize your health and get the care you need, when you need it. But when it comes to those all-important C&P exams, the ones that can make or break your VA claim, timing can be crucial. Here's the deal. Your C&P examiner, they're only seeing you for a snapshot in time, right? They're assessing your condition based on how you're doing on that particular day. But as anyone with chronic pain or a mental health condition knows, symptoms can fluctuate. You have good days and bad days, right? So the key here is to try to schedule your C&P exams during a period when your symptoms are typically worse. Honesty is always the best policy, but by being mindful of your symptom patterns, you can increase the chances that the examiner sees an accurate representation of how your conditions affect you on a regular basis. This next strategy is all about looking back to move forward. We call it the retrospective evidence approach. And it's a game changer for veterans who might not have a ton of medical documentation from their time in service. Now here's the thing. A lot of veterans, they come home from service, they try to put it all behind them, right? They don't want to dwell on the past. They might not seek medical attention right away, even if they're dealing with pain or other symptoms. And that's completely understandable. But here's the thing. Just because you didn't go to the doctor for every ache and pain back then, doesn't mean you can't use your current medical records to support your VA claim. This strategy is all about working with your current healthcare providers to document the history of your service-connected conditions. This retrospective documentation can be incredibly powerful in supporting your VA claim. All right, we're on to our final strategy.